Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Alright, so Jada Pinkett is back at it with more shenanigans today, because Jada Pinkett has now revealed that back in 1995, when Tupac was incarcerated for the R word, Tupac asked her to marry him, but she said no, because she knew that Tupac was only trying to marry her because he needed an anchor while he was in prison to hold him down. And she also knew that as soon as Tupac got released from prison, he would divorce her behind. Check this out.
So
a lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time that he needed somebody to do time with him. Which I was gonna do anyway. You didn't have to marry me to do that. Right? I'm here.
I see why we love you.
And then but he needed a rock. He needed, because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation. You know, because I promise you, he would have married me and divorced me as soon as his ass left jail. He would have.
Right.
I'll be real with it.
Right. Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
And he got the best.
Right. He was just like, look. And I just think it was the mind state that he was in. You know? He wrote me this long letter. And I think even before Pac went to jail, he was starting to shift in a certain manner.
Good or bad?
Good. Really good. And I think that for him, he just felt like, okay, if I can tether myself, it'll keep me on a trajectory. But trust me, he would have divorced me as soon as one thing he didn't want me as is a wife. Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
You know, but I think just being at Rikers, it just kind of shook him a bit.
Needed something.
You know what I want to know? I want to know who in the world is Jada Pinkett's therapist. Because whoever this dude or chick is, this dude or chick is getting away with murder. Because I'm telling you, they ain't therapized nothing. They're just over there collecting checks every week, talking about, Wow. But let me tell you why, Jada Pinkett's story is, a little sus and a whole lot of messy. When Tupac went to jail, Tupac was dating some chick named, Keisha Morris, and they got married while he was in prison. And then, when he got out of prison, they got divorced, and, he got with, Kadada Jones. When did Tupac have time to be trying to marry Jada? But here's my real question. Now that Jada Pinkett Smith has come out and said that her and Will have been separated for 7 years and that they're contemplating divorce, does Jada remain Jada? I mean, is she on that top tier level where she can still attend the Oscars? And does she still get the invites to the upper echelon events? Or does her social capital dwindle to the point where she's now relegated to the BET Awards and below? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But while we're talking about Jada, let me tell you this. According to sources, Chris Rock is very frustrated with the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith keeps name dropping him while she's promoting her new book. When speaking about Jada's claim that Chris Rock tried to kick it to her when he thought that she was getting a divorce from Will, the source said, quote, "He's a relatively private person and was just getting to a point where people may have started to move on, but now it's back in the limelight and it's just frustrating that everything is coming back to the forefront," end quote. Look, I just find it very interesting that Jada Pinkett Smith can run around in these internet streets, name dropping Chris Rock all she wants, but yet Chris Rock has to keep her MFing name out his MFing mouth. I mean, the double standard is ridiculous. And I can guarantee you that if Chris Rock comes back and divulges some private information about her, she's not gonna like that very much. Now, check this out. For all you gangster rappers out there who think you're the hardest, realest dudes out here on the streets, this dude right here might be a little harder and realer than you. Check this out.
I'm exhausted. Last night I couldn't sleep, but when I did, I could hear bombs in my dreams. Nightmare situation. How could they be so evil, making martyrs out of children and innocent people? We expect the bombs, not knowing where next. Huddle in the corner of my room, trying to protect my little brother as the building shakes like it's possessed, but nothing stronger than the will of the oppressed. I bomb back with my lyrics and rhymes, living the times trying to break the Palestinian minds. What's hiding in the clouds hanging over my head? My dad risks his life outside to buy bread. The fourth war in my 12th year. At this stage I'm numb, though I haven't feel scared. There's nothing I can do in this case to stay safe. I'm brave, even though this house could be my grave. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation. Mothers mourn, frightened with grief. White sheets cover bodies that lie on the streets. Buildings turn to ash, but my mind is made of steel, so it doesn't take much for me to heal. We'll lose the will to live or lose our minds. My auntie lost her home, so she lost her life, but she is still alive, but traumatized by the bombs that flew in and dropped at night. My sister couldn't sleep, tried to stop her cries. I said it was fireworks, I was telling her lies. Where's the compassion? This is heartless. It's like they want us all living in darkness, cutting off water and electricity for hours. They're knocking towers, but that's not knocking the power that I have in my pen. When I'm writing, I'm unstoppable. The microphone is the only escape possible, cause that's the way that I can speak my mind. I wonder, how does the fighter pilot sleep at night, knowing he can turn the city upside down all of a sudden, slaughtering families with the push of a button. I want freedom for the population. 2 million prisoners living in this location, shouting at the wall, but nothing is ever changing. That's life under an occupation.
Yo, this little dude right here woke up in a little shanty tent, pulled out his pen and his little pad, and wrote a whole fire rap song with bars and a hook, and then found some way to drop his bars over the beat while bombs were dropping over his head. And then my man went outside and found a way out of no way to film a whole behind professional music video for said song in the rubble while bombs were still flying over his head. I mean, it don't get no harder and more gangster than that. I mean, this right here is the epitome of some ninjas talk-ish, some ninjas live it. And then here you go and you want us to think you're gangster because you're standing in front of a bodega with a ski mask? I mean, come on y'all, you gonna have to step your game up. Listen, let me know what you think about this young boy dropping them real bars in the middle of a war zone. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. But while we're talking about the war, Russell Simmons is come out of hiding out of nowhere just to make a quick statement about this war. Check out what Russell Simmons had to say.
They must take the money that's been given to them by the United States government, and they should go and better the lives. I mean, really improve the lives of the Palestinian people who are suffering. Even if it's not so welcome, no one will turn down a new school, a new mosque. No one will turn down a new hospital. No one will turn down new infrastructure and more resources and support So, however they have to begin that process, if they turn the Gaza into a parking lot, they must repair the past. There must be some form of reparations. There must be some form of support to try to win some of the hearts and the minds of the Palestinian people who are suffering so much because of the work of Hamas, but not. They would not, the ones who do support Hamas would not support them if they didn't live in such a horrific state. We want to separate them from the terrorists, separate them from the anger, promote peace and love to them at all costs. The idea of expansion over compassion has to go. The minute they started all the new expansion and all of this, why aggravate? So, he said everybody's brainwashed. I just say, oh, well, they'll never love you back. Build a beautiful infrastructure. Go back and do the work. Do the work to create, and even at the risk of being rejected to some degree, those billions of dollars that America gives Israel should be poured into the Palestinian community when this is over.
Oh my goodness, I really hope that Russell has some bug spray, because those bugs is mad loud. But anyway, Russell Simmons says that Israel should take the money that's given to them by the United States government and use it to build a mosque for the Palestinian people. You know what I love? I love the fact that all of a sudden, ever since this war started, everybody, I mean the actors, the athletes, the artists, everybody's a political science major who has the answer for world peace. But listen, I know, y'all like sauce. We don't want to hear about this war no more. We just want to twerk. I know, but sometimes it's good to twerk, then take a break from twerking, learn about some current events, and then go back to twerking. Check this out. Cardi B is coming under fire because the other night when she was at her birthday party, Cardi got caught smoking a cigarette. And now, Cardi B has something that she wants to say to y'all. Check this out.
So a lot of y'all is out here judging me because I was not just... Why y'all mad at me because I was smoking a little cigarette? I was just smoking a little cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes every day. I smoke cigarettes when I'm about to go out. And I'm drinking a little Hennessy. So when you drink Hennessy, you need a little boost. So you know what I'm saying? The cigarette, if you know, if you drink a little, if you drinking something, I'm a Hennessy girl. I'm a Hennessy girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Hennessy girl. When you drink Hennessy and you smoke, you hit that little cigarette, 1, 2, woo! It hits your puss. It hits your pussy. You know what I'm saying? It just does that. Everybody's like, please put a blunt in Cardi's mouth. I can't smoke weed, bitch. If I smoke weed, I will start hearing shit, bitch. Literally, you will have to fucking put me in an ambulance because my heart started racing. Yo, I don't know what it is. Let me tell you something. The first time I smoked weed, 5 seconds in, I started hearing cling. I don't know if this happened to y'all, but when I smoke weed, I start hearing cling, 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 cling. You know how a watch goes like this? Cling, 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 cling. And that's what I hear when I smoke weed. So, everybody knows this. I stopped smoking when I was 22, 20, turning 23, when I started getting famous and everything. And then I tried to start smoking again, and I just didn't like that feeling. I didn't like that feeling when I was high. Bitch, I start hearing shit. I feel like motherfuckers gonna rape me, rob me, bitch. But you bitches, you motherfuckers judging me because I smoked a little cigarette. First of all, let me talk about you niggas. Let me talk about you motherfuckers. Y'all out here drinking fake lean. You motherfuckers is out here drinking NyQuil mixed with the fucking Benadryl. Y'all popping fucking... Y'all not even getting the right motherfucking perks. Y'all here motherfucking popping pills, bitch. Pills, bitch. Full of motherfucking fentanyl, bitch. And let me talk about you bitches. You bitches went from popping perks to motherfucking popping Xannies and shit. You bitches out here walking around with fucking sleepy pussy. And you out here that a bitch that be fucking stressed the fuck out, smoke a little cigarette. Leave me the fuck. Leave me the fuck.
Well, I guess she told all of y'all, nothing's coming between Cardi and her cigarette. I mean, I don't know. Listen, disclaimer. If you're under the age of 21, please do not start smoking cigarettes. They're not good for your health, and even smokers will tell you not to start smoking. Listen, the Surgeon General's warning tells you clearly smoking causes lung cancer, heart disease, emphysema, and may cause complications in pregnancy. Anyways, while we're talking about warnings, I want to give a shout out to all of the drug dealers and crackheads that used to live on my block. And I'm going to tell you why. Even though these dudes and these chicks was out there smoking crack and doing all types of other stuff that wasn't really good for them, they had enough sense to pull me aside as a child and say, look sis, don't ever do this. You know why? Because they cared enough to steer me in the right direction. I appreciate that. Listen, let me know what you think about Cardi B getting mad aggressive with the clapback when people on social media called her out for smoking a cigarette. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Now, really quick, let me hit you off with one more piece of news. The other day, Jeezy's soon-to-be ex-wife Jeannie Mae was on the Sherry Shepherd show, and she opened up about the pain of going through a divorce. Jeannie said, quote, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it just takes every day to just sit and just be quiet in your thoughts. One thing I know is, you give God your pain, He'll give you His power. So every day I'm like, here you go. You got room for more? I'm just taking it day by day. I'm on my knees like, just give me enough light for this, where I'm at, you know? End quote. You know something? I hate to see that she's going through this, and I wish that there was some way that her and Jeezy could work it out, because I hate to see any family unit break apart. Listen, if you're out there and you're thinking about divorcing your partner, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet, really think about it and remember that you love this person enough at one point to say, till death do us part. And if it's in any way possible for you to work it out, try your best to save the partnership and ask God to guide your footsteps, because love is something worth fighting for, even though you can't stand them today, because when you're looking at them, they done irked your last nerve and rubbed you the wrong way. Still, fight for it. Yo, be sure to hit that like button. And hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.